Candace Owens, Just Pearly Things, they're more dangerous than the IG slurs because they're trying to give ideas. And most importantly, they're giving an example of what a woman shouldn't be. But people think that it's a good thing. And you hear a lot of weak males praising them, platforming them. And I'm here to tell you guys, I hate to have to be the bad guy, but the supervillain has arrived, that everything you thought was up is actually down. I'm telling you that what you thought is right is actually left. And so people need to leave those foolish ideas.
I am the conscience of the internet.
Are you here to defend Candace?
What's going on? Hey, what's going on, Saint? Can you hear me?
Yes. Are you here to defend Candace?
Yes. Well, hold on. Hey, what's going on, Saint? Sorry about that. Yes, I am. Well, that's not 100% the truth. I'm here to disagree with your premise.
Okay.
Mostly because I'm thoroughly against what is or is not, quote unquote, a real man, right? As you can see right here, I'm a married man. I'm a veteran of the United States Army. I'm expecting my first child. I own my own home, but I have on a Dragon Ball shirt and I got anime stuff behind me. This idea that real men do this, real men don't do that, I think that's just like silly and it's super self-destructive to the community. And the overall point with Candace, I don't agree with everything I don't really even agree with her, but there's nothing wrong with taking someone's perspective and their information and disseminating that and doing with it what you will. Like I personally, let's say if I'm listening to something from Fresh and Fit, then I'll listen to something from Aubrey and Preach, or then Ben Shapiro, or then Destiny, and then because you should not be afraid to take information from sides, even if you disagree with them, because the point is just to disseminate the information, is it not?
The point of what?
Oh, I'm sorry, could you repeat?
You said the point of what?
The point of communication, the point of even doing this, the point of this entire community for male self-improvement is to learn, grow, adapt, evolve, etc. And to say that simply because of someone's gender that they can't provide any type of insight or something you could take away from that, I think is kind of silly.
Okay. So you're saying that we have different values, that you believe that a woman can teach a man, is what you're saying?
Not necessarily, but I mean, to teach about what, right? Like, so if I take my wife, for example, she's a better cook than me, you know what I mean? But she don't handle like our finances and stuff. So I guess when you say a woman can't teach a man, necessarily what are you saying? Is it you can't learn anything from a woman? Because I learned stuff from my mother. I'm not going to listen to any random dot on the street.
When you learned from your mother, were you a child?
Yes, sir.
Aha. Fascinating. Do you believe that the male and the female are equal partners, or that there's a hierarchy between the two?
There's most certainly a hierarchy between the two.
What's the hierarchy?
I'm the head of my household.
You're the head of
so at the end of the day, when I say goes.
Would you ever marry a woman and let her be the head of the household?
No.
Okay. No. Do you think that the man being the head of the household and the leader, he should probably be more out front, facing the public more so than the woman? Would you agree?
100%.
Okay. So is that the case with Candace Owens?
Could you reiterate that in a different way for me?
Sure. You mentioned that there's a hierarchy between man and woman. The man is higher in the hierarchy. The woman yields to the man, and the man is more public facing. The woman is behind the man. I said, is that the case with Candace Owens?
Yes. Oh, okay. Is that the case with Candace Owens? That in terms of what, me listening to her speak, or her with her household?
No, her and her marriage. What's the name of her husband?
I have no idea.
Checkmate. Is her husband's last name Owens?
No idea, sir.
I see. So you came to debate me, but you didn't do research?
I don't think I need to know about Candace Owens' personal life or her husband.
This is a debate about Candace Owens, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so
I don't think I need to know about her.
Know anything about her before coming to debate about her?
Well, because the premise was that anyone who listens to her, or at least hears her just say, isn't a real man, and that's what I'm challenging you on.
What are you challenging? Say that one more time.
I'm sorry. Let me Um, let me plug my microphone in. My apologies.
No, I can hear you just fine. No, I can hear you just fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just would be if you'd repeat that.
The idea that simply listening to what she has to say makes you less of a man.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's the idea.
Right.
If
So then,
if you listen to female podcasters, you are less of a man. That is correct. You understand perfectly. That's the idea.
Well, yeah, and that's the idea I'm debating you on.
You're wrong. So what's your argument?
Once again, my argument is that there's no reason to not take information from multiple sources. You don't have to agree with it.
Take it from multiple male sources. So what's your argument now? Got him.
I'm not trying to necessarily be inflammatory or disrespectful.
Inflammatory. I'm just saying that you don't make sense.
What about what I said doesn't make sense when I'm just simply saying
information from multiple sources? I said yes, take it from multiple male sources, and this makes perfect sense. This is in line with every society in the world. Men have been the leaders. Men are the holders of knowledge. Men are the revolutionaries. Men are the innovators. Men are the scientists. Men are the inventors. And so also the graph of human IQ between the male and the female, the highest IQs in human society
are held by men. Yeah,
correct. So if you're going to get advice, you should go to the best source, which would be men. So you should seek multiple sources of information. I agree, from men.
Well, Mr. Saint, so what I'm saying here is not necessarily taking advice from anyone. So maybe let me rephrase. What did you mean by when you say listen to? Because I simply took that as if you just simply listen to what they say. I'm not saying you have to agree with it. I'm not saying you have to even take her advice, because there are things I disagree with a lot of people that I listen to.
Why even waste time? If you know that the highest IQs in any society are male IQs, why not just listen to all males?
Because even someone who's far less intelligent, you can teach you something about something.
But why waste time learning from an inferior source?
Well, once again, I never claim to be learning anything from anyone. I'm just saying there's no reason to not
the podcast.
Because it shows up on my YouTube feed. Every now and then I hear what she has to say, and then I move on. It's really kind of just like that simple. If you were to say, can I reiterate
right?
Well, yes, I know where you're about to go with it, and I'm not disagreeing with you. It was not that important why you even listening to it to begin with.
No, actually, I was going to say, if it's so not that important, why would you take out the time to turn on your camera and then come on a live stream to defend her if it's just not that important?
I'm not coming on the live stream to defend her. I'm coming on a live stream to
That's what the link was for, was to come on and defend Candace Owens. In fact, the last 7 callers, the first thing I said to them is, are you here to defend Candace Owens?
Yes. So by proxy of that, I am here to defend
skills. It would appear that your listening skills are either in disrepair, or that your respect for myself and the 1,000 people watching is non-existent, for you've come on merely to violate the expectations that we all have, or to make a spectacle of yourself and disregard the current topic, which would be very inconsiderate.
So I'm definitely not trying to do that. By proxy of that, yes, I am coming to defend her, but simply because of the state that your statement, regardless if it's about her, is also just an attack on men who listen to her. And that's what I'm
That's correct. Yes, I'm directly attacking them. And if it was legal, I would put them in the guillotine.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to argue. I mean, that's obviously your perspective. But that's what I was coming to debate you on. The idea to, I guess,
those males are
belittle
inferior.
Or...
Those males are inferior. They're weak beta males. And I think that we should marginalize them because they're dangerous. When you have beta males that are cooperating with feminists, and Candace Owens is a feminist by practice, which is the most important thing. What you say by word means nothing. For example, if I out of my mouth tell you that I am a beautiful Norwegian woman and I identify as a blonde bombshell, doesn't matter what I say. I'm clearly a bald-head black man. So that being the case, she's one who talks a good game, but she plays a terrible game where conservatism is concerned. So we have to acknowledge what she really is, which is a feminist. And any male who would follow a feminist is a weak beta male. And they are serving an agenda which is detrimental to all of society, man, woman, and child. And it is upon the strong men, the wise, moral men, to make sure that the society goes in the correct direction. And for that reason, it is important for her to be put down, and as well as the beta males that hold her up. That is why they are being crushed. You are having trouble dealing with the truth. You see, the truth.
Can I reiterate my point?
The truth that she's a feminist and the truth that you are one of those holding her up. You wouldn't have felt any way about the title, nor would you have come on here unless it rubbed your soul the wrong way, because you know you're one of those weak males.
That's fair enough. I'm not going to necessarily insult you, but can I reiterate the point?
I don't consider it an insult. I believe that I've been respectful to you. I believe it is a description.
Okay, that's fair enough. I'm not going to challenge that once again, because I'm not here for animosity, because I'm actually a huge fan of yours and I enjoy your content. Can I ask a question?
I have no animosity at all, and I respect the way that you've comported yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Can I ask a question to try to get a better understanding of do you listen to the ideas of people you disagree with?
Yes, it's inevitable. Even if I'm not doing it on purpose, it's inevitable. Someone recently sent me a video by a content creator, an intelligent guy who's also lettered, and he said some things that I agree with and some things that I disagree with. And I don't even think he was trying to push an agenda. I just think that there is nuance on a particular topic that he may have been unaware of, which is to say, if we had a conversation, we might even reach a new understanding together and agree with each other ultimately. But yeah, of course, I listen to people I disagree with all the time. It's not about disagreeing. I agree with many of the things Candace Owens says, but the way she lives is in contradiction to the values she claims to have. She's a fake Christian. She's a fake conservative. She's a fake woman. There's nothing real or authentic about her. She is a danger to society, along with many others. The thing is, you guys are looking at her and thinking that she's less of a danger compared to other dangers. I'm saying that all of these dangers are unacceptable.
Okay, no. So I'm understanding your premise a little bit more. I think I might have had a slight misunderstanding of where you were coming from, where you were going. I don't necessarily 100%, align with it, because I do think it, once and again, it is an attack on young men. Men. Well, because men who listen to her are less of a man. I just greatly
on males who listen to Candace Owens. If you were a male who listens to Candace Owens, you could have came on this live stream intending to debate me, listen to the information, and said, you know what? That makes perfect sense. Like, he asked two different Candace Owens supporters, what is she more an archetype of, a feminist woman or a conservative woman?
Definitely,
and they all said feminist.
Yeah, no. I never disagree with that, sir. And I guess
the man is correct. He's brought facts that are unique in the context of YouTube, the manosphere, red pill, whatever you guys want to call this crap. The Marquettism is a clearly superior framework because he said something that is true that no one else thought of. I have to agree with this guy. I'm going to stop listening to her because his wisdom, maybe he's right about this and other things. Maybe I'll just stop listening to her wholly. And I can respect that because you get information and you adapt based on new good information.
Yes, sir. So if I could just, I guess, try to rephrase what I was saying better. The point I was coming in is because I'm sorry. You're actually really dope at this.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem at all. The point I was trying to get to was, and I think would you say men who listen to her? I think you're more concretely saying men who like follow her and take her advice and use her as a way to like try to move and live their life and all these other things, in a sense, like basically like she's like a guiding star for them, like I'll do this because she
shouldn't be listened to at all by any man. Real women don't have podcasts, so a real woman does not have a podcast. A truly conservative woman does not have a podcast. She's not in the public. And if she does have a podcast, the following would be exclusively girls and other women. There would be zero men that would follow her. And even males who follow women on Instagram, whether it's, big booty models or IG models, what have you, those men are screw ups. Now, am I saying that I don't look at the chick's pictures and like, damn, she thick? Like, for sure. Do I ever double tap it? Absolutely not. I don't ever like the photo. I don't double tap it. I don't give them a congratulations. I don't follow them. If everyone behaved like that, these women wouldn't even like Instagram because they get no attention. They'd be anonymous
yeah,
viewers. No one,
100%.
they would never know that anyone even looked at their content. So there would be no incentive for them to continue making a mockery of themselves and of their family. So my point is that these women, Candace Owens, Just Pearly Things, they're more dangerous than the IG slores because they're trying to give ideas. And most importantly, they're giving an example of what a woman shouldn't be. But people think that it's a good thing. And you hear a lot of weak males praising them, platforming them. And I'm here to tell you guys, I hate to have to be the bad guy, but the supervillain has arrived, that everything you thought was up is actually down. I'm telling you that what you thought is right is actually left. And so people need to leave those foolish ideas.
Yes, sir. I actually can't disagree with much of what you're saying. The only thing is, I guess it was a misunderstanding of my point. I took the topic of the conversation and titled the video as if you simply just listen to what this person's saying, makes you less of a man. But I think you're talking more of people who see her as like some type of role model or something. I don't think any man should take.
Well, I think most of the viewers that she has would not say that they see her as a role model, and some would, but most maybe would not. But even those who subscribe or to watch regularly, they are being poisoned, whether they're aware or not. It's like one who spends time in a casino around cigarette smoke and gambling. You may not.
You're saying it's secondhand.
You're being poisoned. Slowly but surely.
Okay.
Your spirit's being poisoned. The lack of fresh air, the cigarette smoke secondhand, the watching people commit sins. It's all having an effect on you. So you shouldn't entertain it at all.
I agree with you, but I will take it a step further. I was like, I don't think I only had one role model in my life, and he's passed away. That's my father. I don't think any man should see anybody else besides themselves as their role model, male or female. So if that's where you're going with it, I 100% agree with you. But I guess just to say to not listen to someone's ideas because of their gender, I just thought was just kind of just almost a ludicrous statement. You could take it and do what you want with it. You don't have to.
That is the statement. You are understanding the statement correctly. That is the statement. So I appreciate you coming on. It's been a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on. I'm a huge fan. Peace to the Saints.
Thank you. It was really a pleasure to meet you. God willing, we'll meet in person one day.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, let me acknowledge some of the folks supporting the work. He's a very respectful gentleman. I appreciate people coming on and being able to engage in contention in a civilized way.